perks. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your purse top commission. The perks you gotta listen, help you curve the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this pearlier. Load up the app, make my predictions, then get the serving. The play it prop predictor is sicker than having hernias. Betting trends like an elixir for pit, but it's just PlayerProps. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
This PlayerProps, yeah. Said this PlayerProps, yeah.
This PlayerProps on a mission to win all these bets, we don't see competition. Money line to predict that it's helping us get it. Team trends 1 or 2, yeah, you know it's exquisite. Join the disco, yeah, you know what it is. The community thriving, we taking our time just to run us all up. It's the best with alignment, we do it with care, we ain't wasting a diamond. Getting this bread, educated, we betting the spread. Only if it makes sense, we ain't greedy opinion. We check our hand out, then we having our reasons. PlayerProps betting, but without the mutiny. This is what knowledge, it means opportunity. Making deposits, that's nothing that's new to me. This more than betting, we building up unity. This PlayerProps, yeah. But when it's research, we running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Troy tested them waters, he helped me swim even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies and all you need to help you eat yerp. Said this PlayerProps, yeah. But when it's research, we running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Troy tested them waters, he helped me swim even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies and all you need to help you eat yerp. Yerp. Hey, this is PlayerProps, AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned. It's been a minute. Actually, it's been a week. 2 weeks, technically, since we've been on the show. We spent the last 7 days in Vegas. We had a lot of, we had an industry conference. We got invited and accepted into this very special, important incubator we're part of. That may not make a lot of sense to you or what that means, but long story short, we are going to the freaking moon, and I'm bringing all you guys with me. So yeah, we weren't able to do the live stream last Sunday or Monday, but now we're back in Orlando. The house, the family survived the hurricane. Luckily, I don't think we have any damage of any kind. Just a few branches, like small baby twigs. But yeah, so grateful for that because it definitely went right over our house. But yeah, so this is A Dollar and a Dream. This is your first time tuning in. Welcome. This is how this show works. What everybody's doing right now, you see in the chat, is they're dropping their single favorite play for the day. You drop your single favorite play. If you drop more than one play, we skip over you, we ignore you, we pretend you're like you're not even here. Your single favorite play for the day. Drop it in the chat right now. And we're going to go through it, and what we're going to do is we're going to take your play. We're going to pull up on what you see on the screen, PlayerProps.ai. We're going to see if your play... if the AI agrees with it, and if so, we're going to add it to a parlay. What we're trying to do with this show, which is just the show's just for fun, is we're trying to take $1. The show's called A Dollar and a Dream. We're trying to take $1 and turn it into $100 or more. Do not bet more than $1 on the Dollar and a Dream parlay. Parlays of 100x multipliers are not expected to win. These parlays we do on the show are not expected to win. We simply do these for fun. This is $1 and a Dream. We're literally lighting $1 on fire. If it hits, great. But statistically speaking, parlays like this don't hit. This is essentially having fun while simultaneously teaching you to stop doing this with more than $1. So yes, we're going to go through those in a second. Now, I do want to make sure that you guys, a little housekeeping here, if anybody has been ignoring every single one of my emails from my Discord posts, social media posts, everything I've been telling you, I'm going to pull it right here up on screen in a second. So, this is a map of the United States, ladies and gentlemen, a map of the United States. In this map, there's many blue states. And I know Washington, D.C. is not considered a state, but D.C. is part of this. If you live in one of these blue states, there is a $250 bonus with your name on it for Week 6. You have until the game's locked today, which is at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So this is a new fun, it's technically considered fantasy site, but it's still kind of player prop-ish where you're picking, it's kind of a matchup. So they give you 2 player props and you're just choosing who's going to get the most stats. So on the screen where you see the right next to the $250 bonus, there's 2 players. So you're doing a 2v2. Do you think Deontay Johnson and Terry McLaurin are going to have more receiving yards than the combo of Trey McBride and George Pickens? Now, also keep in mind, right below George Pickens' name, there says plus 24 yards bonus. So that combo of Trey McBride and George Pickens, they add 24 yards. So is Trey McBride and George Pickens plus a 24-yard bonus going to have more receiving yards than Johnson and Scary Terry? And then that's kind of how this thing works here. But again, you have until 1 p.m. So you have 2 hours from now to go to bnfantasy.com and then to claim your $250 bonus there. So again, if you live in one of these states, it is a no-brainer scenario. If you have any questions, just let us know in the chat for that as well. But now that the housekeeping's over with, let's start locking in some things here. What do we got so far? Let me see. Pull a few different chats here right now. Okay. So yeah, if you guys are asking me questions in the Discord right now, then I don't know, you're clearly not paying attention. Stop asking me questions in Discord. We're doing a gosh dang show. All right, so let's see. The first person, Evans in here, saying Josh Allen over 35 rushing yards. Josh Allen over 35 rushing yards. Buffalo. Let's see. It's tonight, right? No, it's tomorrow. Oh, that's a tomorrow thing. So this is we're just doing a parlay for today. So yeah, no Jets and no Bills stuff. Good afternoon. Jeb says there's some solid unders on receptions today. We're already on fire from the 9:30 a.m. game, which I'll show you here. Top play for the early London game that we locked in was Evan Ingram. Not receiving yards, it was receptions. Yeah. Evan Ingram over 3.5 receptions, hit this easily, like not even in the first half, like in the first quarter plus like a few minutes. So yeah, we're already on fire to start the day. Player Props today has been crushing all weekend. If you didn't see yesterday, our college football prediction tools were on fire. NHL's been pretty good for us as well. WNBA, we got game 2 of the finals. Rocking my New York Liberty hat. I can't believe they blew game 1. I am still dumbfounded. They were up like 15 points with like 5 minutes left, and they blew the lead. Anywho, what are we looking at? Let's see. Caffeinated Auto Tech, which is the weirdest YouTube name. Herbert under 177.5 passing yards. All right, so let's go to passing yards. Good old Joshy Josh. There we go. Okay, so first off, you're saying under 177.5. Granted, we have DraftKings pulled up here. I'm sure FanDuel's probably not too different. Yeah, so on FanDuel it's 177.5, but as you can see, our projection has been going over, so we're not going to lock that in. All right, what's the next play you guys have? Jordan Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Green Bay, what time do they play today? Yep, that looks good. So they're versus Arizona. I think this is actually going to be a decent scoring game. So Jordan Love's got a 1.5 passing touchdown line. His projection's at 2.35, which is a nice 57% percentage difference between the two. And he's hit this every single game in his last 5 that he's started anyway when he has been dead. So Jordan Love, first play we're adding. Jordan Love, 1.5 passing yards. I hope you guys enjoy my dog walking around behind me and tip-tapping his gosh dang tip-taps while we're doing a show. We're trying to do a show here. All right. Oh, no, it's a passing prop. That's right. Passing touchdowns, Jordan Love, lock it in. Okay, what else we got? A Saquon anytime touchdown. I'm pretty sure that Saquon has a 1.0 or higher projections. For anytime touchdowns, you see where it says this is the AI projection. We typically try to target those. No, Saquon's actually at 0.95. I mean, it's pretty close. Maybe because it's implied so high, we might. 91% percentage difference. We'll put it in for now, but we do like to have at least 1.0 on the projection for that. All right, we'll lock it in for right now. So Saquon, anytime touchdown. Where are the gosh dang Eagles? Touchdown score props. Saquon, anytime. Pop, pop. Okay, what else we got? Rich says David Njoku over 29.5 receiving yards, projection 71.5. So he is. So anything under 40. Are you gonna tip tap my whole gosh dang show? Get out of here. Shoot. Go. Dogs. What was I saying? Oh, David Njoku. So yeah, so we have been kind of stressing the whole baby lines thing. If you've paid attention to any of the shows we've done so far, we say don't play baby lines, which are receiving yards lines under 40. Njoku is under 40, but maybe we can kind of flex that whole baby line thing because he's a tight end, a good pass catching tight end, and this is just a show where we're locking in things that make sense. So yeah, it does have a pretty good projection, 29.5. Let's lock in David Njoku. We're already on the game we need to be on. Joker. Got him. Okay, lock him in. What else we got? Jalen Hurts over 19.5 completions. Man, we're just going to be doing a single game parlay here. 19.5 completions. All right, let's check our handy dandy #1 sports betting research site on planet Earth. You're saying completions, not attempts, right? Completions. Jalen Hurts. So it's 19.5, projection is 21.78. So technically his projection is over. I mean, we'll put it in for now, but I typically like to see more of a percentage difference in my props. Oh, we can't combine these? Okay, well, we can't put that in a same game parlay anyway. Apparently that and Joker can't be mixed. Okay, well, moving on. That's not going in. Joker 3.5 reception was a community pick, Filthy said. We already have 29.5 receiving yards, so we'll... that'll be the one stat for Joker there. Good morning, Jace. What's going on? Jeremy says he was in Sanford. Wasn't too bad here either. Yeah, I mean, Tampa got lit up by the hurricane. If you didn't see the Tampa Bay Rays, their dome that they play in, the baseball team, the roof was like completely ripped off. It was nuts. But yeah, we didn't even get flooding here, which was surprising. Like I thought I was gonna come home from my week in Vegas and be like knee-high floods, but wasn't the case. So we got very lucky with how crazy that storm was going right over us. Steelers to cover the spread, Steven says. So for this one, let's go to our spread predictor. Steelers. Actually, I'm going to go to the money line predictor because I want to see something here real quick. Where is Pittsburgh? What am I missing? So Pittsburgh's got a 63% implied chance based on their money line, and the AI projection said that that's pretty accurate because the AI says they have a 64% chance. They are versing Aiden O'Connell, which he's not the worst quarterback in the world. And he's got to be better than Gardner Minshew, which is why Gardner was benched. So I don't know if there's enough air for the AI. we'll put it in now, but there's not really enough there. It's not enough juice. It's not really worth the squeeze per se. Oh, guys, if you haven't yet, make sure you click the thumbs up on this live stream. It's not just for, oh, hey, I like seeing a lot of people click the like. It actually, when you do live streams on YouTube, the more people that click the thumbs up button, the like button, the more YouTube pushes it to more eyeballs of people that may be interested, other sports bettors and whatnot. So make sure that you guys are thumbs upping these shows as soon as we get there. So you're saying Pitt to cover the spread. I'm going to close my door. These dogs are driving me crazy here. Freaking dogs, man. I was like, I'm going to keep the door open just in case anything goes crazy outside the office. I can hear, I can see. And they're like, you know what? We're going to take advantage of that. And we're going to make the most obscene noises to drive you nuts the entire show. The door's been closed. No more chaos. Okay, so Pittsburgh cover the spread. Where is the Steelers? -3. Let's see what else we got here. Devonta Smith over 59.5 receiving yards, Carlos says. That is something I've been looking at a lot this week because I know he's definitely got a pretty good favored projection. Philly. And we're going a lot of Philly-Cleveland today. Where is... Yeah, he's got a 36% difference. His projection's 76, which is a whole 20 yards over his 56 line. So we'll go ahead and add another play here from that game. Devonta Smith over 58.5. What else we got? CJ Stroud over 237.5 passing yards, Star says. Passing yards. $237. So yeah, you guys are dropping. So make sure, this is something I always stress, and if you're new to betting, it's okay if you don't know this yet, but you should have an account on every sports book that's available in your state. So when you're like, I want to do CJ Stroud over passing yards, you can look at all of them and see, hey, which one's got the best line? If you're going over, you want the lowest line. If you're going under, you want the highest line. So I think it's 237 on FanDuel, 236 on DraftKings. So of course, if you're betting this as a single bet, which is what you should be doing, if you don't want to lose money, then just pick the lowest line if you're going to go over. So yeah, there's a small uptick, but if you go into the Discord and look at the Trifectas channel for passing yards, we like to see a 20% difference. And he's nowhere near that at a 4.4% difference. So I'm going to hold off on that one for right now. What else we got? Kamara over receiving yards. Kamara over receiving yards. Okay, let's see. Okay, 30.5 receiving yards is the line. The projection's at 43.33, which is a 42% percentage difference. And he's hit this in 80% of his last games. And the only one he didn't hit this in is the first game of the season. He's hit this in 4 straight. So yeah, we'll lock in Mr. Kamara over 30.5 receiving yards. All right, so if you can see this on screen right now. Yeah, you see in the bottom right of the screen where it says plus 1425. So it essentially means right now we're at a 14x multiplier. And we're trying to get to 100x before we call the show. So keep feeding things in the gosh dang YouTube chat. We're going to keep adding things that make sense to the bet slip. Kamara Saints. Receiving props, total receiving yards. Boom. It's actually, yeah, it's cheaper on FanDuel. It's only 29.5, not 30.5. Looks like Jeb and Jason both said Lamar Jackson passing yards. I think, yeah, based on our trifecta that we check for to make sure we find the best props possible, I believe he's the only quarterback that that hits the trifecta. Yeah. So we try to look for lines, for passing yards lines that's at least 200 or higher. We want a percentage difference that's kind of like 20, 25%. So him being projected at 286 is definitely over that at a 29% percentage difference. So we're going to lock in Lamar Jackson passing yards. Now, if I'm saying things to you while I'm reading the site and you're like, I have no idea what he's saying or what these numbers mean, the beauty of PlayerProps.ai is on the top of every tool. We have 7, 8 tools now that help you guys find winning plays. Every single one of them has this beautiful button here. It says, click to learn. Click it, and you learn how to use this exact tool. You change to a different tool, you click it, it'll tell you how to use that specific tool. There's no excuses for saying, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what these numbers mean. This button is for you. If you don't tap on it, then you don't really want to learn. And if you don't want to learn, then you don't really want to stop losing all your bets. I created this entire app for you guys, not for me, for you. This is for you people that are constantly losing all your bets by doing 20-pick parlays and hoping that they hit. Please, for the love of all that's holy, download the PlayerProps.ai app. Click the help. If you're on the desktop, the help is up here. Or if you're on mobile, you go to your profile page. It says Help Center. There's a lot of videos there that'll teach you what you're doing wrong and how to do it right. And then go to every single tool and click this button here to learn how to use this specific tool. So yeah, Lamar Jackson over passing yards. Ravens. I feel like every time I skip it and then I look past it and then I'm like, where's this game? And then I eventually find it. Okay, so we're at a 55x right now. We're at a 55x parlay. One more, depending on the odds, could put us at 100x, maybe 2 more. We'll see here. Jared Goff over passing and rushing. I feel like that's a silly stat because isn't Goff's rushing line extremely low? Like, let's just look at his passing yards line. Gosh dang it, get off that. Goff, Detroit. Yeah, so he's at 247. Let's look at his rushing yards. Yeah, it's like a 0.5 line. I'm sure his projection's 4, but you're simply, with this prop, you're simply betting on him scrambling once past the line of scrimmage. So if you want to shoot yourself in the foot, if you do passing yards at the 247.5 line and he finishes with 248, if you play around with this pass plus rushing, if he finishes with 248, 249, 250, 251, or 252, any of those 5 options, and he doesn't scramble once past the line of scrimmage, then you lost your bet because you wanted to throw rushing yards in there. With quarterbacks like Jaden Daniels, it makes sense for quarterbacks that rush often. I mean, that guy puts up like 60 yards a game, but I feel like there's no reason to add the rushing yards in here. I don't think so. 247. I mean, the projection's pretty good. It's not the full 20% we look for, but 288 is still pretty nice. I feel like this is going to be another high-scoring game, hopefully. Seems like a pretty fun game to watch. 2 technically high-powered offenses. So we'll lock in his passing yards, but I'm not going to play around with that rushing, though. I don't know what you're saying. You said, what happened to the video? I don't know if you clicked the wrong thing or not, but close out and go back in if you can't see it, because we're still live. We're live, son. Nah, I got to remember what I was doing. Aha. Jared Goff passing yards. Yeah, so we're at 100x right now. So if we're getting rid of the Steelers, because their projection wasn't anything higher, it was just saying, yes, they're going to win by 3 points, and we don't want to have to do the push. I'll get rid of the Steelers money line or the Steelers spread, and we'll add something else here. Goddard over 3.5 receptions. I think I was actually looking at him at receiving yards. Let's look at his receptions, though. So his line is 3.5. His projection's 4.5, which is 1.0. Let me see what his receiving yards line is. Okay, so his receiving yards line you see here is 38, and his projection's 51.8. So when you are deciding between a reception line and a receiving yards line, and I do this on all the shows when I plug these in, but I'll tell it to you guys again. You have to think logically when you're betting. What is more logically likely to happen? That he finishes with 4 receptions and under 38.5 receiving yards. So let's say his line is 4 receptions for 38 yards. Or is it more likely that he finishes with less than 4 receptions, let's say 3 receptions, but he finishes with more 39 yards or more? So that's kind of what when you're choosing between one or the other, what seems like it's most likely to happen. 3 catches for 39 yards is over 10 yards a catch. That's kind of possible depending on how deep his targets are. But then 4 catches at minus 38 yards, that's like, I feel like the receptions. I feel like getting 4 catches is more likely than him and his role as the pass catching tight end of getting more than 39 yards. So yeah, I think we'll go with receptions for Dallas. I hope that made sense to you guys. If not, I have a lot of videos going over all this stuff. So let's look at this again. So yeah, wait a second. Did this just update? This just updated in real time. So that's why I love doing this show, because these tools are constantly updating. So Dallas was just at a 4.5 projection. His projection just went up to 4.81, and then just went down again. So these things keep updating based on, because a lot of people are betting on these sports books, and they keep moving everything and changing the lines and all that good stuff. But anyway, Dallas 3.5. So many picks today on the gosh dang Cleveland Browns and Philadelphia Eagles. I feel like if you have any kind of single game parlay bonus that you can't add anything but a single game parlay, this seems like it's what you should be locking in, because a lot of people like a lot of props from this game. Okay, so now we're almost at exactly 100 there. So let me scroll through real quick. What else we got here? Josh Jacobs, yeah, the Josh Jacobs' rushing yards is good. Jed, you've dropped like 4 different things in here, my guy. You gotta drop one, your favorite one, not 4 different things. So Drake May is, I do not like betting props of somebody starting for the first time. So is Drake May going to throw for over 166.5 passing yards? Maybe, maybe not. He's projected to go under, but we need to see him in actual non-preseason NFL action before I drop any money on either way on that. AJ, you got to drop one. If you drop more than one, we skip over what you say. So make sure it's only one, your single favorite one. Kavar says he likes Zay Flowers' receiving yards. Jeremy likes the Broncos' money line. Yeah, $1 only. This is $1 in a dream. You're not betting any more than $1 on this parlay. So we're trying to turn $1 into $100. Is this going to hit? Most likely not, because parlays are not expected to hit. This is just something we do for fun. If you actually want stuff that hits, then you need to download the app. You need to get into the Discord, and you need to #apply yourself. You're like, man, how is everybody in the Discord dropping all these winning screenshots every day, and I haven't won anything in a week? Because you're not listening. If you listen, you win. It's that simple. We know what you're doing wrong, and we can help you do things right. You just have to apply yourself. AJ, you're good, man. But you did drop a lot of picks, though. Let's see. Montgomery, anytime touchdown. I mean, he just did get that 2-year extension, so maybe they'll, force him a touchdown just to make it where he earns his money. That's what I'm doing for that game. Oh, bad. You talking about the single game parlay? Spencer Rattler over 0.5 passing touchdowns. Same thing Spencer Rattler as I just said with Drake May. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to give them a full game of action, and then we can start betting them after that. But yeah, so anyway, going back to what I said, if you joined not in the first couple minutes. If you live, so there's a map on the screen right now. If you live in a state that is the color blue, if you're colorblind, it's a state that actually has the letters in it. The states without the letters in it, not blue. Washington, D.C. is included as well. There's a $250 promo with your name on it. You have until 1 p.m. Eastern time. So it's 11:30 right now. You have an hour and a half to get your $250 bonus. And if you're like, wait a second, what am I getting a bonus for? What's happening? This is what's happening. So it's called BN. So BN stands for Bleacher Nation. BNFantasy.com. You see the link or the name on the very bottom of the screen. BNFantasy.com. You go to BNFantasy.com, create your account, use promo code SWEATFREE, and you get a $250 free first entry, sweat free. So if you choose that Trevor Lawrence is going to get more passing yards with Kyler Murray, if Kyler Murray has a 16-yard bonus, 16-yard passing yard bonus, whichever one of those are going to win, then you would get, if you put whatever money on either side, if you put $250 on it and it loses, you get that $250 back. If you put $250 on it and it wins, then you win a good chunk of change because you just put $250 on something and it won. This screenshot, though, was before the game started earlier today, so that Trevor Lawrence one is not available. But the big one on the screen, right, says $250, that is still available. So again, if you live in a blue state, there's an app that we're playing on all week long. This is for NFL right now. I think when NBA drops, it'll have NBA on it as well. It's called BNFantasy.com. What I'll do for you guys real quick is, give me a second here, let me pull up the right thing. I'm going to type the link in the chat, so you don't even have to search for it. You can just tap on it. Yeah, BNFantasy.com. Tap that puppy, and then create your account and play this. So I dropped something for you guys. If you create an account, you're on the email list. We sent an email out to you. I think it was on Wednesday, or maybe it was Thursday morning. And the play that we dropped hit. So everybody that max bet the promo, the $250 promo, they turned $250 into I think it was like $416. So starting your bankroll with $416 is pretty nice. Again, if you're in a blue state, BNFantasy.com, claim your $250 bonus. Now, let's go ahead and recap everything we had in our parlay here. This is the 100x parlay. Here's a quick recap. Saquon anytime touchdown score. So there's a lot from. We have 8 picks. Half of them are from the Cleveland Eagles game. Saquon anytime touchdown score. You know what? I don't know if I'm in love with that or not. I'm not in love. I'm gonna avoid the anytime touchdown score, and we're gonna lock in. I think Nelson said Raheed Shaheed, and that was somebody I was looking at earlier. New Orleans. Yeah, so his line right now is 39.5, and his projection 62, which is a nice 59% difference between the two. He said this in his last 80% of his last 5 games. So I think I like that more than the anytime touchdown. I don't want to have too much on the Cleveland Philly game, because if it doesn't go how the game script is intended, then we're at risk of losing all 4 of those. So we don't want to do that. Hold on. I have to go to the right game first. Saints. Receiving yards. Joe Mixon's officially playing. Okay. There. $110. Still the 100x that we try to get to here. Well, Jordan, you have to look at it this way. Yes, it's a new QB, but he's also an NFL QB. So he's not the worst QB on the planet, Deshaun Watson technically is the worst QB on the planet, and he's an NFL QB. But besides that, are they going to be down the entire game because he's a new QB? Yes. The projection is not with Carr starting at quarterback. The projection is based on Spencer Rattler starting at quarterback. So the projections, all the AI stuff already has this information. So it's not like, the AI, it's showing Shaheed's going to get a lot of yards, but he's got a new quarterback. All that stuff is factored in. Everything possible is factored into the projections. But I actually like it more because Spencer Rattler's starting, because I feel like the Saints are going to be down the entire game. And what do people do when they're down the entire game? They pass the ball the entire game, or a lot of the entire game. So let's recap all of our plays here real quick. So, which is also why I like Kamara receiving yards over rushing yards, because they're going to be down the entire game. A lot of dump-off passes. So the recap of the 8 picks, it's part of our 100x, 110x technically multiplier. Kamara over 29.5 receiving yards. Rashid Shaheed over 40.5 receiving yards. David Njoku over 29.5 receiving yards. Devonta Smith over 58.5 receiving yards. Dallas Goedert over 3.5 total receptions. Jordan Love over 1.4 passing touchdowns. And Lamar Jackson over 222.5 passing yards. And Jared Goff over 245.5 passing yards. So there's 8 picks. Typically, these shows I'll go about 8 picks because we don't want to go crazy beyond and try to turn $1 into like $1 million. Because even though turning $1 into $110, this is probably not going to hit, which is why it's a fun little show we do for just $1. Again, if you're new, you're not betting any more than a single dollar on this. If I see screenshots where you bet like $50 or $100, and you're like, oh, this sucks, it didn't hit. This is not going to hit. The show isn't this. Statistically speaking, this is not going to hit. That's why they're paying you 110x. Because they're saying this is not going to hit. If it does, great. We all have amazing screenshots. This is just for fun. If you actually want to take betting seriously, get in the Discord, download the PlayerProps.ai app, follow the instructions, follow the guidelines, and then you'll be posting winning screenshots like the rest of our members in there. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the recap. We have an hour and a half to lock this in. Make sure if you haven't clicked on the beinfantasy.com, create your account. If you're in a blue state, do that. You have 90 minutes to get your $250 bonus. I will see you guys in the Discord. If you're not there yet, get in it now. Good luck, everybody. I really hope the New York Liberty tie up the series 1-1. The sweatiness of the Cleveland Guardians going to Game 5 yesterday was amazing. Oh, if you don't know what I'm talking about, so first off, I'm a Guardians fan. I'm a New York Liberty fan. But secondly, I have a ticket that has a lot of futures teams to win their championship. Liberty and the Guardians are on there. It's $50 and a $450,000. And so I need both those teams win the World Series in the finals. Luckily, the Liberty are favored to win. The Guardians are not. But I'll see you guys in the Discord. Good luck with everything. If you have any questions, ask me there. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. The same exact thing. We're doing another Dollar and a Dream show at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Game's at 8:15 Eastern. We're going live at 7:30, building another fun parlay. Good luck.